Welcome back, everybody. Ahead of Cal's home game at California Memorial Stadium against Syracuse, we have here Xavier Carlton. We'll go ahead and get started with Matt Moreno from Rivals. Go ahead, Matt.
It felt like, right around the middle of training camp, you really kind of started to hit your stride. Did you kind of get the sense at that moment, like, hey, I could be set for a big season? Or what was kind of that time period when you're like, no, this is going to be a good year for me?
Honestly, it all started for me was a spring ball. Just after the season I had in 2023, it started showing, especially for all like NFL scouts, even though they said I would be like a free agent, 7th round pick. I actually have a journal at home. I write down my goals and stuff. Ever since then, I've been just writing down my goals of what I wanted to do this whole season. And, just one, being a legend here at Cal, but also setting the sack record here at University of California, Berkeley, and just being me, just having fun being with my teammates for the last time.
How much did that feedback motivate you that you heard from the NFL?
Oh, it motivated me a lot. Honestly, I talked to my dad. I think it was that night. I got the news from one of our head guys over here, and they just told me that, and then told my dad, like, well, you just got to prove them wrong. Because for me, most of my life, I've always been going through adversity, and always been that type of guy where it's like, well, we see him doing this. I think we can. I always heard the I thinks, and it got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do what I've always done, is just put my head down and just, go to work. Just be like Kobe Bryant, mama mentality. Got to have that every day.
Jeff Rotto, Cal Bears on that side.
Xavier, congratulations on your ACC Player of the Week award.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
So for those of us who don't rush the passer on a regular basis, can you share, what does it feel like? I mean, it's obviously difficult to get a sack. You're third in the ACC with 9 of them, and so it's not like you get them on every play. What's it feel like when you get to the guy and you take him down? What's your level of exhilaration at that moment?
Oh, it feels good, honestly. It's a thrill of excitement, honestly. Just getting on the corner of those tackles, or really just pushing them by and getting the quarterback on the ground. Just it feels exhilarating. Of course, I mean, you guys see me on TV, always throwing the X up. Just that thrill of excitement. Also, just showing everybody that you can't take me down. You have to put 2 or 3 more people on me. And it just feels great. It feels awesome.
Can you talk about your pass rush as a group? You had 7 sacks the other day. I think you had 7 quarterback hurries. How much better is it than it's been in the past? And is some of this a scheme? Are you guys playing more aggressively now?
No, we're just playing more aggressively. I mean, us as a defense, really this summer, like summer workouts, we all came up with a goal. And our goal was to be the top defense in the nation, just being aggressive, being fast, being strong, and just being physical on people. I mean, you guys kind of heard the news when we first got in the ACC. A lot of people were like expecting us to go down, be an easy team. I heard like a lot of that stuff going on throughout Twitter, and I brought this attention to my teammates, and we all kind of like, I think it was we got in at 7 a.m. and us as captains, me, Reese, Craig, Noel, and all those guys, we got up there and it's like, we're setting a goal. And this goal is we are not going to be denied. We're going to be the best defense in the nation. We're going to show teams that we play that it's going to be a long night or a long day whenever we're playing. And it showed, especially with all the games we played, holding teams to like more than just basically like below 21 points, getting so many turnovers, and it ain't getting to the quarterback every play. Teams are afraid of us. And that's what we wanted to set. Want to make sure that we instill fear into our opponents.
Yeah, and when you look at Syracuse and their quarterback and their passing game, how critical is what you guys do going to be this week?
Honestly, Kyle McCord is a good quarterback. I know he transferred from Ohio State. I was watching a couple of his games last year. He's a good quarterback. They have a pretty good old line. I think the objective of this game is to really just trust our eyes, trust what we see, run our line as edge defenders, even as D line, just creating havoc for them. Because I think after just watching Pittsburgh playing Syracuse, Pittsburgh was really bringing the pressure on Kyle McCord. He was getting frazzled, throwing interceptions left and right. So really the objective for this week is to basically get him off the spot, not make sure that he doesn't go on fire.
So you guys want to simulate what Pitt was able to do against them and see where that leads you?
Yep.
And your secondary, as good as it's been, how much does that help the guys up front feel confident in going after the quarterback?
No, that's awesome. Like, it's just, it feels great, honestly. The fact that we can just go out there and go out freely and freestyle on offensive tackles and guards and centers and get to the quarterback as fast as we can. It leaves the secondary. And sometimes if we get a hurry and the quarterback gets it off, we trust our linebackers and our corners to make plays, pick the ball off, bat the ball down, and it showed this whole season.
Thanks, Xavier.
Anytime.
Steve Croner, SF Chronicle.
Yeah, Xavier, one quick question. Do you prefer Xavier or Xavier?
Xavier, please.
Xavier it will be. Both Coach Wilcox and Coach Sermon had very good things to say about you, and they both said he doesn't say a lot, but is what you're doing now in front of a microphone and talking to reporters something you enjoy doing? You seem pretty smooth with it, but they say you don't like to talk a lot. So are you enjoying this or not?
No, I am. I'm really enjoying this. I'm a comm major, so it's what I do. I mean, honestly, just growing up, as a little story, I ain't gonna lie. Growing up, I've always wanted to be a sports broadcaster. So me and my brother would always simulate ESPN game days and all that type of stuff. So I love enjoying it. I enjoy this stuff.
Good luck.
Appreciate it.
We'll go back to Jeff.
Xavier, I guess one of the questions I was trying to get at was, in terms of scheme, is Peter Sermon giving you guys the go-ahead to be more aggressive? Are you guys doing more to change things around on defense to throw off the rhythm of the quarterback?
Oh no, Coach Sermon is allowing us to go aggressive, and this whole season he's allowed us to go aggressive. Just more so than in the past. Yes, honestly. I mean, to be honest, this whole season has been. We've kind of just. I think Coach Sermon also made a goal with us. We're going to be aggressive on the ball, especially being in the ACC where most teams throw the ball a lot as well as the previously in the Pac-12, but most teams wanted to run the ball. He was like, we're just going to be aggressive on the ball. We're going to get to the quarterback, sack him down. And if we can, we're going to make him run out the pocket and throw us a pick or, heck, even fumble it. I mean, it just feels good where we're allowed to just go out there and be aggressive on teams.
Your defense's numbers are so much better than a year ago. Why do you think that is?
That's the goal that we set, honestly, in spring ball and fall camp is to be the best defense in the nation. Honestly, us as captains, we hold our teammates accountable each and every day. And I think it all started January when we got back from the Shreveport bowl game and, getting it with our weight strength coaches. We want to be bigger, faster, stronger. So that spring ball, we can reciprocate that, but make sure we get each other better. And it kind of showed throughout spring ball and even showed throughout fall camp that, our strength numbers have gotten better, our speeds have gotten better, and just really our IQ has gotten tremendous. So especially for me, last year, my IQ was starting to catch up. And then now this year, I'm starting to read things faster. I'm starting to move all purpose like I was in high school and, just doing my thing. That's really is.
And so that NFL dream is very much alive for you, sounds like, huh?
Yes, sir.
Are you hearing any feedback at this point?
Not right now, honestly. I mean, I've been hearing a little bit from my parents because my mom, of course, is, I would say, the notification bird, I would say. Just always telling me hey, they're saying this, make sure, you stay low, make sure you're striking the tight end. Same with my dad, the fact my dad played middle linebacker in his college days. And, he's always giving me that feedback. He's been doing that ever since I was a little kid. And that's what actually how I play football is my dad taught me everything I knew. So, hearing that feedback from my dad and my mom, even my little brother, it's a good thing. So when I go out there, I'm just myself. I play like I've always played, and I just keep my head down, do what I need to do.
And where did your dad play?
Play at the University of Utah.
Okay, and your mother's coaching you though, huh?
Yep, mom's coaching too.
So she knows a little bit about football, huh?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I mean, when she's married to a former linebacker, yeah, I'm telling you, game days at the Carlton house is, man, it's fun.
Thank you, Xavier.
Anytime.
We'll go back to Matt.
You've alluded to, getting ready to play in the ACC a couple times already, and that's kind of one of the things you guys are preparing for. Now you've got a handful of games, in the ACC under your belt. What have you noticed about, playing in this new league?
To be honest, I'm not gonna lie, it's fast. There's more like air raid offenses that I've kind of seen. Like from like last year in the Pac-12, I'm used to seeing like 12 personnel, 13 personnel, especially playing teams like Oregon State, USC. But the fact that we're playing like teams like Florida State, Pitt, Syracuse, and even Miami, is just the ball's being thrown like more than 75% of the time. So for me, like being known as like the run stop outside linebacker, I've kind of like converted my game to being both. So not just, just stopping the run, but also getting to the quarterback and fuzzling him. If I can't get to him, make him run out the pocket and make him throw incomplete pass or throw it to us. So,
there's been a lot of positives about this defense this year, pass rush on the back end, interceptions, but I'm sure there's always something you guys look at that you're like, hey, we can be better in this area. As you go into this final stretch, what are some of those things that you guys are going to be focused on trying to improve?
Really, I think it's just like improving the fourth quarter. I mean, you kind of see that like these past 5 games with Miami, Pittsburgh, NC State, and even the game we played previously against Wake Forest. Our job is to make sure that we win in the fourth quarter. We always win from the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. It's the fourth quarter where we got to like cut it down, basically make them quit.